Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Universal Worship Network. My name is Pascal and I'm your host. It's a rainy day, but of course in the rain, we're here on the street of Lagos asking people about how God has been amazing in their life. If no be God, I'm going to be talking to a lot of people, so you want to stick around and wait for every moment here on Universal Worship Network. My name is Pascal. Let's take you on this ride. Welcome back. It's still Universal Worship Network, still the segment If No Be God. Today I have with me my brother and fellow Christian, David. David, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
All right, so the question is, if no be God, what is that thing that God has done for you that you want to tell the world about? That thing that when you know that, man, this thing is a particular thing that it was God that did it for you. What's that thing?
Okay, so this happened the year 2020 during the whole lockdown period. At that time,
Coronavirus?
yes, during the coronavirus lockdown period. So that time, as a person, I was at my lowest point. You understand?
What do you mean by lowest? What
Lowest
happened?
point. I was kind of frustrated. Things weren't working well. I was trying to find myself, trying to find my path, trying to find like what will work, what can work for me, like who I really am, because I kind of have this identity crisis, you understand, at the point in time. So during that period of time, I just went in. I left my church because I grew up from this local church background. So I left my church. I had to look for God personally. So for me, my testimony here is that if not for God, I wouldn't have found myself personally as a person. Because yes, if I didn't find God, I wouldn't find myself. There's this song I love very much by Dusi Oyeko. It said, when I know you, I'll find me. So that is actually my story, because when I knew God, I found myself. I knew my purpose, my path, like what I'm supposed to do, when I'm supposed to do. Like I knew my timeline in life. Like it's just like knowing the end from the beginning for me. So like that's just it. And I believe that's a bigger testimony than anything for me, because if you don't have direction, I don't think there's anything you do that will work for you. Like right now, me working every day, like I don't really need anybody's conviction to serve God. I know God personally. It's not because a pastor told me or anyone else told me. Like I know God for myself.
So for people who do not, who haven't come to that convergence of meeting God, what do you have to say to them?
I believe personally, from my own case, I believe it's something you go inwards. It's not outside, it's inside of you already. So if you want to find God, you have to seek Him. Because yes, you have to seek, then you will find. You can't just imagine or wish. You have to seek. You have to take that intentional action of seeking, then you'll find.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. It's still Universal Worship Network, and I have with me today
Mata.
Mata. How are you doing today?
Good.
You have a very beautiful smile.
Thank you.
All right, let's get things started. Now, on the street, we're asking people the question, if no be God, is a particular segment of the show. So you tell us how God has been amazing, how God has blessed you, that thing that God did for you, that made you wonder that God is God. Let's go.
Okay, so I had my daughter before I got married, and I've been meaning to get married for like since when she was born.
Okay.
But it didn't happen. But gracefully, God did it in 2021,
Okay.
and He did it miraculously because I wasn't expecting it, and He did it miraculously for me.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's like a very amazing testimony. How's your husband and everybody?
They are fine. They are
That's
very
amazing.
fine.
May
Thank
God
you.
bless you. May God keep you
Amen.
and protect you.
Amen.
Thanks so very much. All right, welcome back, guys. It's still Universal Worship Network, and I have Bright Chukwemeka Chuks in the building. Bright, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, so on the show today, we're talking about how God has blessed you. That particular thing that you know God did for you, that wowed you. That thing that God did for you. If no be God.
If not be God.
No be God.
Okay. I was almost committing suicide because I had a terrible heartbreak.
So
From a woman.
from a woman as in
So if it was not
God
that interfered,
said, but don't go.
Wow.
it's just
So many people actually been through that thing, and of course they died from there. Yeah. So what was that point for you when you realized that, man, I needed to turn to God?
Yeah, the point I got to that I feel I needed God was
when I found out that I couldn't just do anything, I was fed up.
I was down, emotionally down.
It's as if I was going mad, and there was nobody to talk to. been started by my family. Friends told me, but I didn't listen, so they left me my baggages, you know, and there was nobody to turn to actually. So just I have to turn to God saved me.
So how exactly did God save you?
I just had there was this still voice. There was this. I just knew it at that point because I knew that if I had crossed that point, it would have been a disaster. So that still voice still kept telling me that help is still available. So I have to turn to God.
So are you currently in love right now? You still are you currently in love?
Right now,
Yes, in love.
Oh.
Are you in another relationship right now? So
I'm
God
building
is-
it. Yeah, I have a friend, a good friend. So I want to start friendship.
All right, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it slow, man. Thank you
Thanks.
so very much.
Thanks.
Welcome back, guys. It's still Universal Worship Network, and to me today I have with me Elizabeth, who's about to testify how God saved her. Who, if no be God, Elizabeth, what happened? And of course, how did God come through for you? Go ahead.
Okay. During the cash scarcity period, so
This current period.
yeah, like a couple of months back. So I had a Keystone account and I had a huge sum inside. So it was restricted for no reason. I don't know why it was restricted. So I was in dire need of money. So and it was also my salary account. So I'm this person that I usually have just one account, so it dealt with me. So I was stuck with no cash, no access to cash for 2 whole months. 2 whole months, and for those 2 whole months, I'll tell you that I got miracle monies.
Where did you come from? This led-
Honestly, people just started telling me, hey Betty, oh, just crossed my mind. Can I send you money? I said, okay, hold on. Let me go OPay. So can I send myself? I started getting cash in my OPay account for 2 straight months from people that I don't even know. Like I have a relationship with. Actually, for 2 straight months. So I had my savings for 2 months, salary for 2 months was my Keystone account, and I was getting fed,
And you're just
transporting myself,
seeing-
even eating Domino's pizza with miracle money for 2 months.
God be
Honestly,
praised.
it's just been God. Actually, it can never be
Absolutely.
anyone but God.
Thank you
And
so very much for sharing.
Thank
I appreciate it.
you.
God bless you. Hello guys, and welcome back to Universal Worship Network. My name is Pascal, and I have with me today Abiodun Oba. Abiodun, how you doing? You good?
Fine.
Let's get things started. So on the street, we're here to talk about how God has blessed us. That particular thing God did for you that wowed you, that wow, if no be God, we have a deal. Let's go.
So, yeah, actually last year, January to be precise,
Okay.
I have 0 naira in my account, and I'm planning to wait. Funny enough, bring that to the East, and we know how expensive East is are. Especially she's the other of the family, the first daughter. And to God, to the surprise of God, I spent close to 7 M with 0 naira in my account
Huh?
when I want to start.
Is it what?
At the
You
end,
spent up to what?
up to 7 M.
7 million naira.
7 million naira at the end. But this can only be God.
Wow, that's
Double
great,
power.
man. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so very much, man. It's been an amazing time on Universal Worship Network. We heard a lot of people telling us about how God has blessed them, how God has been for them, and God has been with them on their journey in life. It's been an amazing time. Join us on the next episode. My name is Pascal, and until then, I see you.